So, when you picture a building collapsing, you probably imagine like a wrecking ball.
Yeah, some massive catastrophic impact.
Exactly. And I think we tend to view trust, in relationships the exact same way. Someone tells this massive dramatic lie, the wrecking ball swings, and everything just comes crashing down.
Right. It's sudden.
Yeah. Welcome to today's deep dive, by the way. We are unpacking a really fascinating document today. It's a devotional piece titled Day 13, The Power of Truth. And it argues that it is rarely the wrecking ball that does the real damage.
Yeah, it's the termites.
Right, the termites.
It's those everyday mundane deceptions that just, quietly eat away at the foundation. I mean, we focus so much on avoiding the catastrophic lie that we completely miss the tiny structural compromises we make on a daily basis.
So let's talk about those termites, because I think we often convince ourselves that, well, if I'm not looking someone in the eye and telling a direct falsehood, I'm being completely honest.
Right. But the text expands that definition of dishonesty quite a bit. It is much broader than just direct lies.
Right. Like what? What else are we doing?
Well, it includes hiding important facts or even just exaggerating a story to make ourselves look a little better.
Guilty.
Right. It also talks about making promises we know we probably won't keep, and even pretending we are fine when our hearts are actually hurting.
Wow. Yeah.
And we don't usually do this stuff out of malice.
Mm-hmm.
It's more of a misguided desire for self-preservation.
Or conflict avoidance, right? Like we think we are protecting the relationship by just smoothing things over.
Exactly.
But going back to that termite analogy, they aren't a dramatic wrecking ball. They just quietly eat away at the foundation until, as the source says, suspicion quietly takes its place.
That is so true.
Yeah.
Because when you exaggerate a story, the other person's subconscious picks up on that incongruity.
Mhm.
Their brain registers that your words don't quite match reality.
And that creates this like low-level cognitive dissonance,
Yeah.
which basically becomes suspicion.
Exactly.
But wait, I have a question about the line here. Because the material mentions that pretending everything is fine when you are actually hurting is a form of deceit.
Yeah.
But if a coworker asks how my weekend was and it was terrible, pretending I'm fine isn't really deceit, is it? I mean, isn't that just basic social grace?
Yeah, that is the core tension we really have to navigate here. It's not about burdening the barista or your coworker with your existential dread.
Right, please don't do that.
Please don't. It's more about intimacy and proximity. In our closest relationships, chronically masking our true state creates this artificial barrier.
Oh, I see. So the other person feels the distance even if they can't quite name it.
Spot on.
Oh,
But here is the trap. Once people realize these hidden realities are toxic, they often overcorrect.
uh-oh.
Yeah, they think, well, I'll just weaponize the truth and become brutally blunt.
The classic I'm just being honest defense while actively insulting someone. We've all seen that.
We have, and it's highly toxic. So the text brings in a counterweight to raw honesty, referencing Ephesians chapter 4, verse 15. It says we must speak the truth in love.
Speak the truth in love. I like that.
It's a crucial dichotomy. Truth without love can wound, but love without truth can mislead.
So how do we hold both of those together practically? I mean, it seems like it would require a really specific kind of atmosphere in the relationship.
You're totally right. You can't just mandate honesty. You have to create an atmosphere that's safe enough for people to admit mistakes without fear or shame.
Right, because if someone knows that admitting a mistake will result in a massive argument, they will instinctively start breeding those termites.
Yep.
They'll hide or exaggerate just to protect themselves.
Exactly. Which means creating that safe atmosphere requires you to have a track record of personal reliability first, especially when no one is watching.
Which brings us to the life principle in the text, right? Integrity means choosing truth even when no one else knows the whole story.
Yes, it's about those small, unseen corrections, like taking a step today to finally fulfill that promise you left unkept months ago.
Or just proactively and humbly admitting a mistake at work instead of hoping your manager didn't notice.
Right? Just aligning your actions with your words. It builds psychological safety for when the stakes are actually high.
Well, to summarize the main takeaway here, there's a great quote from the text. It says, "Trust is earned one truthful choice at a time."
Yeah. And whether a foundation is destroyed by a wrecking ball or slowly eaten by termites, rebuilding it always takes way longer than breaking it.
It really does. So as you go about your day, we want to leave you with a final thought based on today's deep dive. The text challenges us to make sure our words match our lives.
So think about it. If your character was the absolute only collateral backing up your promises, how believable would your words actually be today?
Are you structurally sound? Or are there termites in the foundation? Something to think about.